because it just lets me brag about myself. So the thing that the media never tells about anybody, and it is so infuriating that they ever say about me, is that it's just like Candace is just critiquing Black America, and then they just strip away everything that I do for Black America. I run a charity. It's called Blexit.com. It's a successful charity, and we are in 39, actually now 41 states. You can go on to Blexit.com, and you can see what we are doing in these inner cities. We have after-school programs in which we pick up these children that are in disadvantaged
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Peace Makeover. Today I'm joining with you. We're going to be checking out Candace Owens called out toxic black culture. Alright, this is going to be nice. So without further ado, let's get started.
So, congrats on your movie.
Thank
I
you.
know it takes a lot of effort to put stuff like that out there. Let's see. So, I know you've spoken on like toxic black culture and all that stuff. Besides public speaking, what are you doing to combat against toxic black culture? And then how does your movie Unveiling BLM add to what you're doing? Do you see how it can add to it? Do you see how it can hinder the movement? I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked it, obviously, because it just lets me brag about myself. So the thing that the media never tells about anybody, and it is so infuriating that they ever say about me, is that it's just like Candace is just critiquing Black America, and then they just strip away everything that I do for Black America. I run a charity. It's called Blexit.com. It's a successful charity, and we are in 39, actually now 41 states. You can go on to Blexit.com, and you can see what we are doing in these inner cities. We have after-school programs in which we pick up these children that are in disadvantaged districts, and we bring them so that they can learn different ideas, and so that their parents don't have to worry about them being on the streets. Aside from after-school programs, we run summer camps for these children so that they have somewhere to go, so that their parents don't have to worry about them being on the streets. Aside from just complaining about BLM and all the destruction that it brought to inner cities, we raised over $100,000 and gave it. We picked Black businesses that had been destroyed in the George Floyd riots, and we gave it to them. Now, I'm telling you all this stuff because the media never will. They need to paint me as a monster and a person that hates my own race, because I have higher expectations, because we should have higher expectations. And there's been this routine lowering of the bar. In terms of the documentary, my purpose in producing that film was that I never thought that there was a more toxic narrative for Black America than the George Floyd story and the lies surrounding it. And I wanted to do that film in a compassionate way, because after speaking to his roommates, I felt sad. This was a man that was struggling with drug addiction. Drug addiction is something that probably every single person in this room can relate to. Somebody in your family, a cousin, a brother. This is something that touches Americans. And the George Floyd story should have been a story that brought Americans together. And it's not his fault that after he died, horrible people used the media narrative to divide Americans, to burn down Black inner city communities, and to raise BLM into the multi-million-dollar organization that essentially stole from Americans. And so I wanted to expose all of that, because I think that once you expose a lie that big, it helps people be less emotional and to really understand, which was, I think, the thesis of my film, which is that the media is our enemy.
So then, what can I do to add to what you're doing?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, what can I do to add to what you're doing?
Join Blexit. We join the Blexit chapter. Get involved. Every single person. I better see Blexit numbers going off. As soon as you got here, Blexit.com. See what we're doing. And it's an organization that's it's small pocket donors that give $1 a month that allows us to do what we do and to actually make a difference. And it's honestly the best part of what I get to do, other than going home to my children.
Wow, this was an amazing video. Very, very educative. I don't really know much about the George Floyd case. It just turned out to be this police brutality stuff and Black Lives Matter scenario. So I would love to see a movie to get to understand better, to know what the basic of everything she spoke about here. And it's great. It's great for people to ask questions like this, for you to know what other people are doing, for you to understand them very well, than just listen to what the media is saying. Because the media will always push a narrative that someone is evil, someone is bad, to just get clickbait. So it's not matter. But this was a nice video, and I'd love to see more.
About the reaction, I love the discussion between the both of the since today, actually, the whole videos I'm watching, everybody has their hand to speak out their point of view, speak out the way feel about something. I love the way they were actually telling us. And I love the way the guy was actually bringing out some points and the girl was actually educating them in some parts. Sometimes, whenever you are, like I said before, don't allow what the teacher tell you to answer. I know sometimes it's always very difficult to deprive them what you want to learn. Don't allow what they're about to teach you to deprive them what you want to learn. Just don't allow somebody's behavior or attitude to spoil your mode of learning something. And people, even though they feel like learning things, so that your expression, the way you give to them, will determine what they will learn. You don't school the child to learn. You learn the child. You should teach a child to do as if he doesn't want to learn, because you are seeing the learning spirit in him. Keep on pushing. You may surrender and be like, she's ready to let her learn. Actually, you see, educate people, you make people understand things, not by you shouting and loud. I'm not that kind of person that shouts to teaching. I'll leave you. I'll continue to teach you. If you're that kind of person that they are very dull in learning things, I'll be like, this is the way I want to go for scratch till we get there. And we that are learning today, don't think because you are smart, yes, you are smart in everything. Don't think that. You are smart in education does not mean in business you are so smart. And people are just going to do some things like business. There's no type of business that we can't put their hand, they can't excel, they can be from a small business established to a company, established to so many places, big companies will call them. But you are educated on books, they don't kind of can bring for you that you can't do, you can't understand it. But then once by into business, and people that are just here to create new things, create up something that will be explored. Okay, that's all I have to say about it. As in, I love the way the discussion was all about. That is the thing.
So guys, please let me know if you put a reaction. Please subscribe and share the video. See you next time. Bye.